Hello, buddy. This is Football Talk with Beef and the Deuce here on YouTube. Subscribe and like us. We like you. It's a weekend that was couldn't be figured out. Pros and college. Beef. I'm not going to brag. I'm not going to bring all this up. All the wins I had here in my upset list. But go ahead. How you doing?
If I could rip ass into this mic right now for you, I would. That's how I feel.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
Okay.
I can't believe it. For the peoples out there, there was nonstop updates about how I'm the best. I got this, I got that. I'm sitting here just losing everything. I got Oregon, I had Wisconsin,
Yeah, good
and
for that. Good for Wisconsin. Yeah.
that was about it for me.
Yeah, that was about it for you.
Just got smoked.
Yeah, yeah.
It is what I think. I mentioned something, if I remember correctly, that maybe the Michigan Maryland game would be ugly, and Michigan put up 45 points. I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, we're
Just
with that.
done.
Yeah. Yeah, Pittsburgh. I didn't call it, but I was talking about Pittsburgh. So
I'm just surprised that Pitt, after just getting throttled, just absolutely throttled by Notre Dame, that they would come back a week later, not hosting this game, traveling to Georgia Tech, who was on a hot streak, and just blew the brakes off of them.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people expected. I think even the analysts that were picking the games, even on College Game Day, everyone was pretty strong on Haynes King and Georgia Tech just running through them, and that was the complete opposite.
So we won't talk about my pick of TCU beating Houston.
God. Goodness.
I love it when you just go, man, you're crazy, you're out of your mind, and then, yeah, I got it. Anyway.
And Houston plays well at home for the most part, which was kind of my whole thing.
I know.
And I'm just like, this guy's crazy. This guy's just sipping the icy lights strong.
That's right.
And he was still right. It's
Still
craily.
right. Yeah. When you're right, right?
Hook 'em TCU, I guess.
So the Buckeyes started, of course, we had our points pick, and then it turns out that, they're not going to have Smith and Tate starting in the game or playing in the game. I thought maybe they'd play till halftime, but no, they didn't even start. And it looked kind of ugly early. Just sort of, yeah. But then the running game kicked in. And in the second half, and they just, no pun intended, ran away with it. I forget, I can't remember his name, number one, the Buckeye receiver, number one.
Oh, Brandon Ennis.
He did a good job, man. He stood up as the number one guy, and he made some good catches.
I mean, you kind of need to, though, when you don't have your top guys around.
Yeah, Claire did a great job as a tight end. He's good, man. He's good. Buckeyes defense did well. It was the score was look, it's impressive, but through the first half, you wouldn't have thought that score was going to be nearly that high. Then Keen Holtz played a lot, gave him a lot of chances, which is good. He ran the ball well and had a few good passes, but mostly he was the read option guy and did a good job. So, me, I like my Keen Holtz. So, yeah, I mean, it was they're playing Rutgers, so you expect that to happen, and it did. And I'm not sure what else to say other than, Ohio State took care of business.
Yeah, I mean, I know everyone was kind of focused on the spread, covering the spread, blah, 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 this and that, whatever. But they did.
Yeah, they
that
did.
Spread ended at 28.5.
Yeah.
They covered that relatively easily.
Oh, we went down to 28? Okay. I thought it was 30 or something.
Yeah, so at first it was like 30, 31, and then I think once Jeremiah Smith and Cardinal Tate were rolled out, it dropped at 3 points, which is pretty typical.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest key was obviously the defense continuing the dominance that they've had all season, which they did.
They get these late
but
trash points and just blows my predictions. That pisses me off.
always does. Always does. At least this time you didn't choose a shutout, which good on you.
Yeah.
But I love seeing the rushing attack.
Oh yeah.
We put up 254 on the ground.
Yeah.
And Julian Sain still threw for $157 and 2 scores.
Yeah. Boy,
That's
when it's
wild.
when it's not the A team out there, there was some like, why did he? It was either the receiver had no clue what they were doing, or Sain was just throwing to nobody in the middle of the field. It was just like, who were you trying to hit? Oh, it was one of our guys who probably hitched up instead of should have gone. So I don't know. But that's growing pains.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of these guys, it was their first start.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and we're fortunate enough that Max Clare is a very seasoned tight end, and he looked great.
Great. Yeah.
He looked great, which is another, massive wrinkle in a good way for our offense. It's not always going to be the outside. You could have Max Clare short to intermediate, or even hit he had the 39-yard completion. I mean, that's huge.
I'd send him deep sometimes just for the heck of it. Send him deep.
Oh yeah, I love it. So I think overall, 42-9. Like you said, we took care of business. That's all we need to do.
Yep.
We didn't look forward to the game here in 6 days.
So, what are your thoughts? Michigan rolled out the barrel and crushed the crap out of Maryland.
I think for one, I think we both know we're in probably complete agreement. Maryland's terrible.
Yes.
They're just in all types of hurts, all types of bad.
Yeah.
Still. But our big worry is just the physicality of Michigan football. We've had issues with Michigan playing more physical in the last 4 years.
I would argue that it was scheme. We got out schemed by Michigan. We just
I think that kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
I would go hand in hand. Like J.J. McCarthy's years. I think it was the 1 year. 2 years ago now? The national championship for them. They just aired it the hell out. We just got smoked.
Well, that was a very good team, no doubt. No, but last year,
it was just we're just running it down your throat, and that's what they did.
But the Buckeyes, I mean, they just didn't adapt. They didn't do anything.
And I think that was, like you said, that was the downfall. Was we didn't change anything. We just let them run the ball down our throat.
Didn't change it.
All 4 quarters.
Yeah.
But I think Matt Patricia is, I mean, maybe this is fair, maybe this is not. I think Patricia's head over heels better coordinator than Knowles will ever be. Experience alone with Patricia in the NFL, bringing that scheme to the college football world.
Yeah. And
look what it's doing. Knowles had a great defense. I'm not going to shoot him down by any means.
And great people.
He helped us. He had a great defensive personnel group.
Phenomenal.
And again, most of those dudes are now starting or playing good reps in the NFL. This defense, outside of maybe a handful of dudes, were kind of sort of, it's unknown. And Patricia comes in, and look what he's doing. This defense is better than last year's.
Yeah.
So I would hope that going into the game, this is going to be a massive problem for Michigan to overcome.
So let me ask you a question then with Ohio State. I was listening to Joel Klatt last week or the week before, and he says as he's talking to teams that have played Ohio State this year and played them before, mostly Big Ten teams, obviously, he said all the coaching and all the coordinators and the head coaches are saying that this Ohio State team is better than last year's Ohio State team. So, where is it? Just in the quarterback, or where are they getting this?
I would say the passing attack is better.
Because they had 2 losses last year. Well,
they did.
Yeah.
They did. And the one loss I would put on Will Howard, and Will Howard also stated that was him. It was his fault for the Oregon game.
Yeah.
And then I think most non-biased fans of Ohio State, the analysts and everybody else, the the Michigan game was just strange. It was very strange, very confusing. And it just wasn't the same team. No, not making excuses on Michigan not deserving the win, because they deserved it. They won the game.
They won the game.
But then you see the CFP Ohio State team. You're like, what the hell is this? This is what we thought this was going to be the team for the whole year.
Yeah.
And then obviously the end is the end. They win the championship, and that's that.
Yeah.
But it was very. I shouldn't say very quarterback needy, I guess. I mean, Will Howard had his 4+ games of just perfection almost. And then you have Quinshon, you have Travion doing their thing. But the passing game, it almost wasn't leaned on heavily, I guess. Like Jeremiah Smith obviously got his flowers, did his thing. But it was a lot of there was a lot of attention on the running backs.
Right,
a lot on Travion, a lot on Quinshon Judkins, as it should be.
Yeah.
But this year, it just feels different. It's like,
well, it's receiver heavy, right?
I mean, it's very passer friendly, passing heavy, but it just looks so easy. Julian's out there just 3 to 5 step drops and just gunslinging, and it is perfection. He's easily the best quarterback in the nation.
He's so on
target. I think without question.
So on target. It's unbelievable.
And the crazy thing, it's his first year starting.
Yeah.
And he's out here just slinging.
Yeah.
And I think the Ohio State offense this year is just more dominating. They're a dominant force. Last year we had a great offense. But I feel like this year it's just domination. Whether it's through the air or even on the ground now the last, couple games, we can run the hell out of the ball. But nobody can stop this passing attack.
Yeah.
I think that's the craziest thing, because Carnell Tate's emerged as being a receiver 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
Jeremiah is obviously a receiver 1.
Mm-hmm.
We have a stud tight end in Max Clare. This offensive line was kind of questionable, and now they're doing what they're doing. And then we've talked about the defense forever. Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy.
But what about, I think our defense is better than last year.
I think so.
And
I feel very strongly about this defense.
As good as they were. So, as I mentioned last time, people are saying that Ohio State's, I think it was Cowherd, he said, Ohio State's going to win the national championship, and it will be on the backs of their phenomenally good defense, flat out. So, but that's not, you're talking offense, and it's, it's all the glory and all the points and everything, but he's saying they're just going to shut you down. They're just going to shut everybody else down. Yep,
the glory always goes to, the pretty positions, if you will, the quarterback, the receivers, your stud running back. But this defense just gets down. I mean, they bend a little bit, but they never get close to breaking. I think that's the crazier thing. Like in the beginning of the games, you kind of see, a little bit of everything. You get some press coverage, you get a little bit of, zone or whatever, maybe some laid back coverage in the secondary. But then once Patricia kind of figures out what the game plan is or where this opposing team's going, then it's like a snap of a finger. And then it's just buckle down, and then you just get nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's truly impressive that it's that fast.
Did you see
you get like big plays and stuff, but then it's just kind of like then the big plays just randomly stop.
Right.
You're like, what the hell is going on?
Did you see on Ohio State on defense the one play that I think it was Downs or somebody? He started the play out off tackle on their left side, and it ended up he just went from basically way off tackle, and then ran to the center, and then right up the gut, and sacked the quarterback. I mean, that was just who thought of that one?
Yep,
that's just brilliant.
I mean, the schemes are insane, just truly insane, and they're complicated, but it also you have the personnel to understand it and perfect it.
Yeah, but it's like even the running back wouldn't have been even looking at him to say I have to block him. because he's nowhere to be found. And then so the running back goes and does something else, and then there is nobody in the middle. Nobody in the middle.
It's just such a dynamic, confusing, yet perfect scheme every week, week in and week out. It's so ahead of what most collegiate players are looking forward to or looking at. Like it's just.
Or how do they adapt to it?
Like, what do you do if you're the offensive coordinator? What do you do? Like, because you think you have it and then you don't.
Right.
Then it's changed, and Patricia's out there just doing whatever he wants to do and just having a field day. So it's kudos to Ryan Day on the hiring. It's kudos to Matt Patricia, bringing his flavor and making it work.
He had to be the best money well spent for a coordinator, right?
Oh, God, yeah. God, yeah. And especially just like you said, when you bring up last year's defense and Knowles leaving, there was a lot of question marks. Like, oh, this is bad. Like, Penn State's going to be the top dog, blah, 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 blah. We all heard it.
And all the defensive people left for the NFL.
Yeah. So, like, what's Cannon Curry going to do? What's Kenyatta Jackson going to do? Arvell Reese. Like,
Curry, man. What a star.
Yeah, and now you've got Arvell Reese, possibly the number 1 overall draft pick.
Where did he come? How did he just blossom so much this year? I mean,
I don't know, and I don't care because I love it.
It's like
because I love it.
Our DBs are like killer.
Ignoson's out there just completely doing a 180.
Not getting penalized.
I mean, it's crazy. And then Caleb Downs gets the glory, but he deserves it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a stud. Open field, anything, Caleb Downs, your dude. So I mean, it's been good. Yeah. It's good to be a Buckeye.
So, give me your thoughts on the upcoming game against that team up north.
I expect a lot of physicality, like we do every year. I think defensive-wise, we'll be able to limit Underwood and kind of his dynamic outside of the pocket athletic ability.
Yeah.
Keep him in front of us.
I think he'll have problems dealing with our defense, just not knowing what the heck the setups are going to be, what the coverages are. I think you'll be confused.
Yep. I think passing-wise for them, it's going to be tough. If they have any chance of winning, it's on the ground. If they can establish the rushing attack early and kind of keep that going, and for some reason we can't stop the rushing attack and they keep it, like an ugly game similar to last year, then, it gets interesting. Because it's going to be cold. It's probably going to snow, it seems like. So it's a very, very typical game, which we all know and love.
Yeah.
So I think if I'm giving you an early score prediction, I'm going to go 28-10.
Is there a line on it this soon early?
As of right now, I've seen 12.5.
Okay, that's a lot.
Which is a lot in a game like this, because I think last year's spread was like maybe in like the 20s, like something just absurd. I don't like the spreads in rivalry games. I never do. I like, if anything, I do like total points or money lines. And I think the total points I would probably go under. I think if I heard it right this morning with Biddle and Scotty Vegas here on the local station, I think it was like 44 and a half, something like that. And I think that's fair. That's a fair number to probably go under.
Yeah.
Because I also think one of those things too is like if you get up early, you want to kill the clock. You don't want to give, the team up north in any time to make a comeback. You want to just give them limited opportunities. And Coach Moore's got another year to prove that he's the guy.
Yeah.
And Ryan Day's got to prove that he can finally beat this damn team.
So, but don't you think Day's going to want to just put it on him, just stick it to him?
Oh, I hope he put 100 on him.
Yeah, I mean,
God, I'd love it.
I'm not gonna ease up. I'm not taking my foot off.
I would love it. 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter. We're already up by 2 scores, whatever. Score again.
Yeah.
Score. I don't care.
Keep scoring.
Yep, that's what I need. That's what I would love to see. So come big noon, it's and of course we're both as nervous as anyone can be, which is a very, very typical thing. But that's why this is the greatest rivalry in sports.
That's right.
I love it. I love it every year. I hate it every year. It's just one of those things, but it's gonna be a good game. It always is.
So what else? What can we glean from Oregon and USC in a night game. It was. I think we talked about it, and it was like, well, I think Oregon's a better team, and they'll win because they're a better team. And I think that's basically what happened, right? It was just they're a better team.
Yeah, I think the glaring factor for me was Oregon being at home.
Yeah,
it's a tough place to play.
Tough.
And I think it's one of those things where USC will always be in the hunt, if you will, but they can never make that leap into
Why never?
the great teams.
Why never?
That I think it's Lincoln Riley. And I think it's more of they couldn't run against Oregon's defense, which we talked about. If USC had any chance of win.
Oregon's got a really good defense, man.
They're overall great team. Dante Moore played smart football.
Yeah.
Oregon ran the ball efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
Oregon's tight end's an absolute stud.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just an absolute stud. But you can't leave Maiyava for USC to win the game all by himself. You need something else. You need another factor in your offense, which they just didn't have.
Right.
And some costly turnovers for USC.
Yeah.
I mean, solidified the win for Oregon.
They made those mistakes we said they couldn't make.
Yep, you have to play mistake-free football, especially in a game of that magnitude
against that team.
With your CFP hopes just dangling in front of you.
Yeah.
You've got to play smart football. You got to play better football. And they had a chance. USC was having a chance. They were starting to sneak in little by little. They were within a score, I believe, at one point. And then they lost it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's credit to Dan Lanning. That's credit to Dante Moore and both sides of the football for them. I mean, defense came up clutch.
Yeah.
Offense did what they needed to do. And, I mean, you're more than likely solidified into at least a CFP berth at the very, very least.
Right.
So good on them. Good on Dan Lanning.
Yeah, because they're playing. Well, they're going to Washington, so
yes.
They should win that game. But Washington's a pretty good team.
Yeah, I mean it's an 8-3 Washington team, like you said. They are sneaky good,
They're
and
up and
at the
down,
same, it's a rivalry game.
Yeah, I know.
It's another rivalry game, and nobody truly knows.
And no one loses except the only people that win there are Ohio State, right? Who go there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't say Oregon should blow the brakes off of them, but I would not be surprised if at some point Washington keeps it interesting, keeps it very interesting. If you're tuning into the game, which I'm sure I have nothing else to do at 3:30 on a Saturday, I will tune in, and I'll be very curious if Washington brings out everything that they have to spoil Oregon's chances at making a pretty high-ranking CFP appearance.
Yeah. Well, it's the last game of the regular season, so.
Go for broke. I would love it. Bring the chaos. Just give it all to me.
So you're saying Oregon will win, and I agree with that, and I say Michigan will lose. So what we're probably left with, let's get into our CFP. I know, anything else from the college game that struck you as interesting? Or I know you refuse to give it respect to BYU, but that's your issue, man.
Yeah, it is what it is. They're doing what they need to do, and I hate admitting the fact I have to eat my words, but I mean, I would say at the end of the weekend, Notre Dame putting up 70 against anybody. Putting up 70 against anybody is wild.
Yeah.
But they look dominant, and if this is the Notre Dame team that gets into the CFP, which I believe they will.
Yep.
Without solidifying anything. Oh boy.
Yeah. So
they're dangerous. They're dangerous.
So I'm looking at the Big Ten and thinking they're only going to get 3 teams in. Indiana, OSU, Oregon.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
Unless, of course, Michigan beats Ohio State, and then they're probably in. But then you'll have 4, I think.
Yep, I think so. I think you're right.
So that's not too confusing. SEC, man, oh man, so many candidates. Texas A&M undefeated. Georgia is their number 2. Ole Miss. So I see Texas A&M, Georgia, and Ole Miss as being in. And then Alabama. Oh, I know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
Oklahoma's
Oklahoma if
Oklahoma's
Oklahoma
8.
wins out.
But understand. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oklahoma is in 6th place in the SEC, and they're ranked number 8. Vandy is ahead, ranked 14th. That's just wild. Vandy at 9-2. My God, this blows your mind.
Yep, and at some point, it's going to be a team or two that you believe should get in that won't.
So okay, so are we agreed?
I don't know who it would be.
Okay, so are we agreed with A&M, Georgia, and Ole Miss as in?
Yes.
All right, then what's your prediction? Oh, they've got to get another one in. They've just got to.
My guess is if OU wins out, which they should, they will be the 4th team. Because Texas is long gone.
Yeah, and not Alabama. They're ranked lower, but not by much.
Oh, God.
I mean, Alabama has one. Oklahoma has 2 conference losses. Alabama has 1 conference loss. They're identical overall records. So if Oklahoma and Alabama win out, you say Oklahoma goes.
I would say Oklahoma gets in just with how the rankings are set up.
All right. Anybody else?
But also, I would have to really see how everything plays out, because is it possible that Bama gets in?
If they're 10-2 and they have 1 conference loss, and you're saying they can't make the playoffs,
I would say they still get in though. So that I could see the SEC getting 5.
Yeah, I mean, how do you keep these guys out? I mean, that's I mean, Vandy,
Yeah, I mean,
Vandy can be
it's
10
just
and 2
with
as well.
how the rankings are. With the rankings out how they are, it's very possible.
And
very possible.
with Georgia Tech losing, they're going to head down. A couple other teams dropped a little bit. So, yeah, you have potential. You have 6 teams who could go. I don't know what their final games are against, who they're against. But Oklahoma, Vandy, Alabama all have 9 wins. Georgia, Ole Miss has 10, and Texas A&M is undefeated. These could all be 10-plus win teams.
Yep.
Oof.
It's crazy.
Okay.
It is truly, truly, truly crazy.
So we're going 3 Big Ten and 5. Let's assume Alabama wins, and probably 4 for sure, right? It got to be at least 4.
Yeah, 4 for sure.
And let's talk your favorite conference, the Big 12. Texas Tech, 10-1, ranked number 5. I think if they win out, they're in. I don't think any question about that, because they'd probably be the conference champion as well. But let's talk a little BYU. BYU could be 11-1. Utah could be 10-2. So at 11-1, you're saying BYU does not make it in? That's it. That's how. In other words, in the championship game, Texas Tech plays BYU, and Texas Tech wins. So, but you still have an 11 win Brigham Young team.
But I could see the strength of schedule being the biggest argument for, a 4th and 5th SEC team.
Yeah. Okay. So you're still saying 1 out of the Big 12.
Yes, I would say more than likely it's Texas Tech. But yeah, it's just.
Well, let's just add them up. Okay, so we've got 1 out of the Big 12. Let's go to the Power Conference, ACC. Boy, oh boy, figure this one out. Virginia is atop the standings at 9-2. Pittsburgh, my Pittsburgh, 8-3. SMU 8-3. Georgia Tech, which just lost, 9-2, and then Miami, who's ranked 13th at 9-2. So figure this one out for me. I guess Miami could play in a conference championship game. I guess The top three have one loss, conference loss.
Mm-hmm.
So SMU, Pitt, and Virginia have one conference loss. So let's just I say Virginia and who else would you say would play in the conference championship game?
So Pitt and Miami play at the end of the season. That's the last game.
Okay.
So my guess will be
They'll knock each other out, or one of them, yeah, right?
yes. So that's where it gets a little confusing because if SMU wins and they beat Cal,
Which they should.
they would then, if Pitt loses, SMU wins, it would be Virginia and SMU in the ACC championship game.
And where does Miami? Because Miami beats Pitt, right?
Yep. So they'd be 6-2 in conference.
10.
But
and
Virginia,
2.
if they went out against Vautech and SMU wins against Cal, there's your title game.
So you're kind of predicting Virginia and SMU.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And give me SMU.
Okay, so let's say those are the two in the championship game, and on the outside, we have a 10-2 Miami. What happens to them?
I think they're snubbed.
At 10-2.
I think they're snubbed.
At 10-2.
More than likely in favor of an SEC team.
So you're thinking be one out of the ACC, Virginia or whoever the champion is, right?
Oh yeah, if we're going off who we believe will win, I think Pitt falls to Miami, SMU wins, they beat Virginia in the title game.
So you think SMU will beat Virginia?
Yes.
Okay. So you're saying Virginia or SMU will probably be the conference champion, and they're automatically in.
Yep.
So we got one ACC and one Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 3, 8, 9, 10. And let's assume Notre Dame gets in, right?
Yep.
That's 11. And one more is the other conference champion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no more room for... Now, let's say, what's the scenario for the SEC to only get 4 in, though? Are they just going to say, well, we don't like that, we're going to put somebody else in because we just don't like 5 in? Or
I think if...
So many of these teams could be worthy or deserving of being in the dance.
So I would say if the only way, more than likely, for the SEC to only get 4 in is if Michigan beats Ohio State. I think if that happens, then you get into the territory of a Big Ten. Big Ten would send 4 in.
But that still balances out to 8 between the two.
Yeah, so then you would have to worry about.
So it's still no more room.
Yeah. So even then, I think you could almost argue a 5th school. Because I keep going back to the whole strength of schedule argument. Because that's what they kept harping on was the strength of schedule.
Right. So you think if Michigan beats Ohio State, it's 4 from the Big Ten and still 5 out of the SEC?
I think it's possible. I won't say like for certain.
Well, that's not
possible. But I still think it's possible.
That's not possible because unless they keep Notre Dame out, because that's 9 between 2 conferences, and then 10, 11. So there's 11 schools out of those 4 conferences, and there's only one more spot left, right? And that has to go to where you're going. That has to go to the other conference, right?
Yeah, that's the whole like James Madison argument and all those teams.
Yeah. So
yeah, then you would have to figure out.
So they got to restrict Big Ten SEC to 8, right? I mean, they've got to, in a way. I mean, they don't have to, but
somehow.
And
yeah.
And the ACC and the Big 12 are going to be pissed off.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of how, I mean, with the merger, I mean, you kind of expected it eventually with the West Coast teams moving into the Big Ten and then Oklahoma, Texas moving into the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get better games overall, better teams.
Mm-hmm.
And the Big 12 is just not strong.
Mm-hmm.
You have, two good teams, 2 ranked teams,
yeah, well,
3.
Utah's not terrible, right? They're 9-2.
Yeah. So, I mean, you give up 400 rushing yards to Kansas State. Kind of changed my mind a little bit.
Yeah, well.
But then the ACC is a dumpster fire, so you
Yes.
can't really expect much positive coming out of that.
Yeah.
And then who else? I mean,
Nobody.
there's really not much.
Because Notre Dame's going, unless they, well, how could they not get in?
They're more than likely in, unless all hell broke loose and this world goes up in flames. I think they're, because it's between them and UConn for the independents.
Yeah, those are the only two independents, and then
so so that's, I mean, that's them, and then the group of four, would be at this point, I believe, it's still
James Madison.
Yeah, I still think it's James Madison. So yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if there's some sort of wizardry out there that would make it to where the SEC gets 5 in somehow, some way. But yeah, I mean, theoretically, it's not possible if the Big Ten got 4 in, because then you'd have 4 and 4 more than likely.
Well, let's hope that the Big Ten gets 3 and Ohio State beats Michigan. So they're at 3, and that opens up. If it's 3 Big Ten, 4 SEC, then there's another at-large kind of spot hanging out there somewhere. So who would you think? Almost by default, you're going to pick an SEC team. I mean, how do you tell Alabama, no, we're not going to put you in, or Oklahoma?
That's like with how they've done the rankings and stuff. It's like there's your argument. Well, your top 10 team's not going to get in, and then you're kind of like, oh well, yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's tough because these rankings, as of right now, really don't mean anything.
Right.
Until the conference championships, and then it gets weird.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like right now, for the sake of argument, of course, it's like, do we really care outside of the top? Out of the top 5, top 6, maybe top 7? Like, does it really matter until the end of the first week of December?
Not
then
too
it
much,
gets then it starts make a little bit more sense.
Yeah, but it's fun to talk about.
Well, of course it is, but it's just every time you look at it, you're just like, it's cool. Bama's 10, but like, does it matter? It's like, kind of not. It kind of sort of doesn't.
Yeah. The big debate to me is Alabama and Oklahoma. Is one get out of the dance? Is left out of the dance?
Whew. Yeah, and the crazy thing is, you would go with the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Who won the head-to-head, and obviously we know who won the head-to-head. So somebody that you would think that would make a decent run is not going to get in.
And doesn't Vandy have a case to be made? We're in the SEC and we won 10 games. They
have an argument.
Toughest conference, they say, in the country.
Yep. They have an argument, but then they would have to argue for an expanded playoff again.
Well, right. I mean, but there's it's just when you look at the SEC, it's like, wow.
Well, especially this year, I don't think we expected the amount of ranked teams at the beginning of the season going into the last week in November. They're kind of like, oh my god, like these teams are pretty damn good. And then Vandy coming out of left field, out of the bullpen, you're just like, wait a second, what? And who is this? But then you have the Aggies doing what the Aggies are doing right now.
Well, yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of wild.
Yeah, but the top 6 are like Texas A&M, Georgia, Ole Miss, Alabama, Vandy, and Oklahoma. They all almost deserve to be in.
Yeah, and they've all had all have had a good season.
Yeah, great.
Outside of a couple, losses, of course, which is normal. It's excuse me. It's very strange, very unexpected.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, if you have a 10-2 Vandy and you're going to put in Utah or Brigham Young, no.
Yeah, I would second guess all of that.
Yeah, but they're ranked higher right now. Anyway, so we're probably looking at 3 to maybe 5, and then 1-1. Boy, the ACC is just a bizarre dumpster fire.
And I love every second of it. just give it to me. I love it.
Anything else in the college game before we talk earth-shattering results on the pro side here?
Oh God, let's get into the pros.
All right,
Let's do it.
Shador Sanders balls out. Was it 24-10 or something like that over the?
Yep, you beat the helpless Raiders. Good on you.
Yeah, we got to win. We got to win. Yay!
We did something.
Well, I mean, like we were talking about last time, the defense held the Raiders to 10 points. They did their job, and it's time for the offense to step up and do something, right?
And you sacked the hell out of Geno Smith, just all over the place. I loved it.
Yeah. Well, I think they were channeling their inner. Who did the Patriots lose to?
Oh gosh.
He got sacked 8 times or something.
Oh yeah. Oh goodness. Why am I drawing a blank
I
here?
know. Whoever beat them, sacked.
Yeah.
Sacked.
Drawing a blank over here.
I know. So anyway, yeah, good for them. I'm glad. I'm happy. Do you think it's going to be Shador the rest of the way?
I feel like you need to know what you have.
Yeah.
And you finally you tasted victory for the first time in God knows how long. It feels like forever when it really hasn't been.
And a solid victory. It's like, yeah.
And it was a good overall win. Defense looked good. Offense looked presentable.
Yeah.
I mean, and the rookies came out and played well. Quinshawn had a great game. Dylan Sampson had a massive touchdown reception. And Shador threw his first touchdown pass, obviously. So it's positive. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for some sort of positive direction. And also, how does the locker room respond?
Yeah.
That's the other important thing.
Winning helps.
Yeah, winning makes everybody very happy.
Yeah.
And if that trend continues for the rest of the season, which, for your sake, I hope so, it's hard to not, say Shador's your guy.
Yeah.
And the game plan seems simple. It seemed very simple, very easy.
Yeah. Well.
And outside of Shador's, pick, which you expect a rookie to throw an interception. It's just how it is.
The way it works.
He looked confident. He looked okay for his first overall start. Again, the Raiders are the Raiders. They suck. But you still have to go out. You still have to play well. You still have to win the game. And that's what he did.
Yeah.
So, I mean, kudos to him. I know he's been getting shade all year, and everyone kind of wants to see what he's about. And he's 1-0.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't argue against it. I mean, he's a winning quarterback right now.
So don't look around, don't look now, but the Ravens are sitting atop the division.
Isn't that insane?
It's crazy. No, does it just speak to the fact that division right now is kind of blows chunks? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and injuries mean a great deal when you don't have your quarterback and then you get him back.
Yeah.
It shows how valuable Lamar is to that team. And then if Burrow does come back on Thanksgiving, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what the Bengals could do?
Yeah.
Not saying they'll go out and win the division, but the Bengals could make a little bit of noise.
Yeah.
So it gets a little interesting. But yeah, the Ravens are looking like the Ravens typically do.
The Bengals still have to have their defense show up a little bit better, right? Because even Flacco, he's been prior to this game, he's been putting up an average of 30 points a game. For 4 games, or 4 or 5 games, whatever, and he's only won one of them. Well, the Bengals have only won one of them because they can't stop anything.
They look better today. I'll give them their flowers. The first 2.5 quarters, they looked good.
Yeah.
They had some goal line stands. And everyone expected Drake May and Travion Henderson just to go to town, and they really did. Drake May played well, but it wasn't, a 300-yard, 3-touchdown game, whatever. They had a pick 6. Yeah. So, I mean, there was positives, but then, towards the end of the game, it just showed.
Yeah. Right.
So, it is what it is. If Joe comes back, maybe that team changes a little bit, but
put up some more points.
I mean, the Patriots did what the Patriots had to do. I mean, they traveled to Cincy and they won the game.
Yeah. Okay. In the NFC East.
Let's hear it.
Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
We did it. We finally did it.
From 21 down?
Oh my gosh. It was quite the second half.
What was the magic? What happened here? What was the magic?
The defense stopped and limited everything. Forced some turnovers. We had Saquon fumble for the first time this season. That was huge. And Schottenheimer called a great game plan for the second half. George Pickens just destroyed the Eagles secondary. Just torched them. Ferguson came out in the second half, had some quality catches down the stretch. And Dak didn't turn the ball over. That was the biggest key because he threw a costly pick throughout the game that, could have really screwed us. But at the end of the day, play smart football, get Javonte Williams involved, get Pickens out in the open field. And that's what we did. And the defense, front seven, played great. Brandon Aubrey, being the best kicker in the league, did what Brandon Aubrey does, kick game-winning field goal, and now we're sitting 5-5. We have some hope. We have a little bit of hope now. So
what, 5-1?
Yep, 5-1.
And now
so it gives us something.
And the Eagles are what now?
I believe they are 7-3. No, they'd be 7-4 maybe? 8-3? Let me see. I gotta check. I can't really remember. So give me 1 second here before I start trash talking them. 8-3. Yep, 8-3.
Okay. So they got a sizable lead.
Yeah. They're still we're battling for some wild card love here, which is still pretty far fetched, but.
Well,
it's still possible. We just got to continue to win, but it's the Bucs that tough stretch in that schedule where you have the Chiefs, they get the Lions, Vikings, which the Vikings are actually terrible right now. So I'm not insanely worried. But I think Baltimore is in a couple weeks. Yeah, it's not ideal. So we still have a long stretch ahead, but beating the Eagles right now, one of the top 3 teams in the league.
Oh yeah,
it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, good for them. Yeah, boy, that's because it was
like I said. When's the last time the Buckeyes, Browns, and Cowboys all won in the same weekend?
Who knows? That's
God. What a weekend! See, outside of my bets losing because I can't catch a break, that brings me joy.
Yep. Okay. Anything else in the conferences that are interesting? A lot of is anybody really are the Chiefs turning it on here? And they're going to
I don't know. I don't know.
I like their defense in that game.
Defense played well down the stretch. Early on, it was scary.
Yeah.
But you can never count them out, and that's the scary thing. Because at any point, just similar to last year, they can just turn it on, get on a hot streak, turn it on, and then they're the scariest team in the league.
Yeah.
And it helps when you still have Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, the offensive personnel that they have.
Yeah.
They're never out of any game. I don't care who they're playing.
Yeah.
And you saw that today. I mean, the Colts played almost perfect football to beat them. And they still didn't beat them. So they're still dangerous at the end of the day. I mean, you can never count them out. That's why I still think they're like plus 500 to win the Super Bowl or something crazy like that. And they're 6-5. I mean, it's just who they are.
But when you look at that game today between the Colts and the Chiefs, a lot of field goals. Is it just the defenses were standing up and not bending down to Mahomes and these guys?
Yeah, basically that's what it was. And if you're the Colts, if you're a Colts fan, I would be encouraged. I would be happy. Because Daniel Jones is so going to get all the smoke that Daniel Jones is going to get because of his history. He played mediocre football, good enough. But
how about
Taylor, at the end of the day, Yeah, the other day you still have JT. You still have Michael Pittman. Your defense with the secondary that they have right now, they'll be in any game. So, I mean, that for them, this is encouraging. And again, it's the damn Chiefs.
Right.
Like you lost by a last-second field goal.
Literally lost.
In overtime.
Yeah.
Or you lost a field goal in overtime.
Yeah.
That's great. If you're Gannon and you're this Colts team, you are where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
If you believe you're one of the top teams in the league, which you can argue that they are at 8-3, this is what you're supposed to be doing. So continue that trend, play these good games. Eventually, a game like this is going to go in their favor.
Yeah, it's something to build on, even if it's a tight loss. But a lot of good things happen for them.
Yep. So this is good for them.
Yeah. And you still think the NFC? So who's your pick for the NFC West? Or I'm sorry, AFC West.
Oh God.
Come on now.
I mean, by default, right now it's the Broncos.
Yeah.
And until the Broncos go on some sort of a losing streak, it's them. The Chiefs are hanging around. Obviously, the Chargers are hanging around, but the Broncos are the team right now. It's in their hands. It's their division to lose right now.
Okay. All right.
Which is crazy. Which is absolutely crazy because they haven't looked all that great, and they've beaten the team that they're supposed to beat.
Right.
Had a nice win against the Chiefs, which was positive for them.
Right.
So we'll see. After this bye week, can they build on that?
Yeah. Do you think the Chargers can overcome all the injuries? Because isn't that what they're?
I don't. Right? Yeah, I don't think so. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I mean, they lost their top lineman for a hot second. So you're kind of playing, mix and match until you find a formula that works on the line. So it's tough. But they get Amari and Hampton back here soon, so their rushing attack should be fine. Passing attack is still dangerous. Herbert's obviously a top tier,
right?
Elite quarterback. So I mean, you always have a chance. It's just can you keep Herbert on his feet? That's the big question. Can your defense force some turnovers to make it so Herbert doesn't have to throw the ball 50 times to win a game?
Right. Okay. So we're predicting an Ohio State victory next week. Anything else?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, it's early for our upsets. We don't typically do upsets, but anything else on the college game that's got you on the radar and saying, hey, how about this game?
The Washington-Oregon game has my curiosity. So it is definitely a little more on my mind than I thought it would be.
Yeah. It could also be very entertaining.
Yes, I think it's going to sound a little crazy right now, especially because it's early. But this Texas A&M game Friday night, could that get a little interesting? I mean, Texas has a lot to play for. So does A&M.
Yeah.
And it's in Texas. It's in Archie's land. So we'll see.
Is that a more bitter rivalry than Michigan Ohio State, or is it about the same? You think?
I don't know if anything compares to the game for us. Yeah, there's big rivalries, but
Texas A&M and Texas, it's bitter hatred.
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a very good game. They have the spread right now for A&M at -2.5, so they expect a close game, which I would too.
And you say it's at Texas or
yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Other than that, I mean, you got the Iron Bowl, which is always fun to watch. And then, like you said, the Miami Pitt game could be very interesting as well. So we're going to have some good football.
Yep. Okay. Well, that's it then for us today. Good stuff. You can check us out. And we'll talk to everybody soon. Bye.